How's it going? I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day. It has been a hot minute since we last recorded one of these, more than 2 years ago actually. So welcome to Making Music on Geoguessr season number 2. Oh my god, I have no idea how this is gonna go, because when you start something new again like this after so long of not having done it, it's always a bit tricky at the start and you have to kind of get into the groove, into the rhythm. So it could be that it's a bit shaky at first, but we'll try our best to make it as fun and entertaining as possible. Now, before we get started, if you remember from a recent video, I mentioned that we're going to be doing all 5 rounds this time, a full Geoguessr game, before deciding the place that we're going to be making our story about. Before we just jump in and the first thing that we encountered, that would be it. And the problem is, in the World Edition, you might just end up anywhere, and it's skewed towards places that have much more coverage. So we'll also be using a different map this time, a community world, which should be much more interesting. Now, when we started this series ages ago, it looked like this. And towards the end of it, we had made huge progress, and the style, the recording quality and everything had gone up. It was kind of like this.
That sounds demonic!
Reminds me of Doom a bit.
So what I'm hoping for this time is that we can bump up that quality even more and make it just super fun. So let's hope for the best and let's just jump right in! Now this is going to be a community world, which is a recent map that was generated where when you start off you don't see the car meta basically. So it's a bit harder, you have to actually pan around to see what's going on if you want to. It's made more for like no zooming, moving or panning strategies in Geoguessr, but we will be playing with moving on because obviously the intent of this is to find that interesting location. But to avoid taking forever, we're gonna play with 1 minute. So we'll play all of these enabled, moving, panning and zooming. However, round time will be only 1 minute, so we have to be fast on our heels, because when we get to make our story, that's where we'll spend the majority of time. All right, first location, and it looks like, do we have a speed limit or do we have a maximum sign? A sign about guns, and we've got US back, so it's US for sure. Ooh, Taco Bell. Nom. 26 seconds left. I'm not entirely sure what region this is. Palisades? No idea. I'm just gonna have to go in and, you know what? I'm gonna go around here. I'm gonna go Texas. Usually, I would try to use this sign to actually determine where this is, but no time for that. Oh my god, it was Oregon, all the way in the northwest. Now, the situation in the US regarding guns is a bit of a touchy subject, so we'll probably be skipping this one and move on to our next location. Now, this is going to be the Netherlands. You can see it by the red bicycle, the yellow license plate. I think this is not Amsterdam, nor do I think it's in the western side of the Netherlands. I'm thinking east of Eindhoven. Maybe Arnhem, maybe Apeldoorn. I don't know, should I change? There's no time to go looking for town names and whatnot. 14 seconds on the clock. You know what? I'm gonna go Haren, outskirts of Groningen. And why did we switch? Oh, that's terrible. That's absolutely disgraceful. Next round. Now, driving on the left-hand side. I think this is Thailand or Malaysia. Has more Malaysian vibes. Ooh, what's that? What's that? Yeah, it has to be Malaysia because we're driving on the left, right? It's not Indonesia. Wow. Absolutely beautiful. And there we have the Malaysian flag just to confirm. Not Skudai down here, but closer to Kuala or even further north. Wow! All the way there, all the way in the north. Yet, we've got 4,500 points. That's pretty nice. Next round. Big base. Wow. All right. We've got our story. This is going to definitely be it. Since 1975. Bienvenidos. Guerrero Lake. Where's the sun? The sun is in the south. Do we have any car meta? No. This has to be Mexico, right? I'm going to go between Sonora and Tucson. Yeah, just here on the border. It doesn't matter what side it is. It's pretty desertic, right? So I think New Mexico, that side... Tamaulipas! No way! That's mental! I even lived in Tamaulipas for a while. I did not imagine it to be Tamaulipas. Out of all places! 2,200 points. We lost a lot there. No bueno! Yet, I did get the country right at least. Next round! Wow, wow, wow. Okay, we got a few bollards here. They are snow bollards, meaning this is a place that gets a lot of snow. Sun is in the south. We're in Europe. Right now, I'm thinking Finland or Estonia. Let's see. Lopi. That sounds more like Finland. Finland does have snow bollards in some areas as well. 30 seconds left on the clock. Finland, oh my god. I'm gonna go south. I'm not sure. Oh, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. South of Finland indeed, for an amazing 4,700 points. And that is going to be game. We got every country right, but the US was catastrophical and Mexico as well. Now, I think we should make it a thing where every single episode we have to get a bit higher. The intention is to try to beat this score and try to get above 22,500 points so that it would have been considered gold by the standards of Explorer mode. Okay, and as said, it is time to write our story. We are starting off in Mexico, round 4, big base, amazing place. Now, what happened when we were on this round? I saw Spanish and English, and I was like, this really sounds border-like. I was thinking something like Reynosa at first, maybe Nuevo Laredo, somewhere like that. I should have looked at that. We turned towards the other way. Look at that lake. Mental! It's time to start writing our story about this beautiful lake, and I think a strategy that we could use is to be more descriptive. Something that we missed in season 1 was more about the scenery, more about what we're seeing. We were trying to create these elaborate stories, and the problem is sometimes you fall into a sink where you can't think of an elaborate story about a place. But yet, if we just start with descriptions and try to find a way to describe it poetically, then maybe the story just comes out naturally from that. And if no story emanates and it's all just a descriptive tale, then that's also good enough. Our first goal is to see what's going on. What's going on in that lake? Sun high in the sky, burning a hole. You can see this sort of effect, kind of a halo effect in Australia and in a few other places as well in Geoguessr. And I call it just burning a hole in the atmosphere. A beautiful, warm day, just like the one right now here where I am. It is sweltering. It's 31 degrees right now. All right, we've reached the lake. And what's going on here? We got our pickup trucks. Don Moncho here is fixing his truck. You know what? He's just Don Poncho. And it looks like he has a pair of pliers or wire cutters or something in his right hand. He looks very hot and confused. Over here, just before we move to this, oh look, they had a boat. They had a mission. They were out to go fishing. It was Carlos, Pablo, and Poncho. But the first one had gone missing. It's starting. It's happening. It's happening. Wow. Amazing, isn't it? Look at that day. Just look at that day. Man! All right, this is going to turn out to be an interesting story. It reminds me a lot of one that we wrote in the first season that they went out to sea and it took them years to come back. Oh, lovely. The name of the place, Big Bass. It's obviously Big Bass, but we're using this in the context of music. So by calling it Big Bass, it's like bam, 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 bam. It elevates it to the next level, basically. I am really loving how this is turning out so far, and I think it is time to jump into writing this song and see what we can compose. Now, it has been a while, and I am rusty as hell. Let's make it 105 BPM and... We got the basses for this at least, but we need a lot of bass. But before we get to that, we should kind of cement the segments of this song. I think, okay, this is the area where we have a party, basically, of different instruments. It's like we have silo and other things. Let's just call it party. I think that's going to be super interesting. Nice. Is it time for the lyrics? No way. Sun high in the skies, burning a hole through the atmosphere. Pick up trucks and nice cold beer. It's great to see you, dear. Hot and confused. I like that from the original story. Where time is no use. Because time ceases to exist in this area. You're in that moment and you just gotta go through with it. And then we have the chorus, right? Oh, feel it in my This is a party! Carlos, Pablo, and Don Poncho. The first one had gone missing. Ooh, maybe he went missing because he was pulled into the water by the massive bass. What the hell? In the distance, ducks and geese. Wow. Under the sea I dive, and that is how it ends. You're left in this suspense over whether we live or not at the end. Oh my! Woo! Time for the bass! The big bass! Which is kind of ironic because it's such a small bass. And that is it for episode number 1. What we're gonna do is I'm actually gonna link down there and up here in that little button. You can check out the result of this whole thing, the final song. I don't want to put it in the same video just because these tend to be quite long and some people might just be interested in the Geoguessr part and others might just be interested in the music part. So if we keep them separate, it makes it a bit more digestible, I think. Anyway, that's gonna be it for now. I hope you enjoy the song and have a great rest of your day. I'll catch you next time.